Dear students, in our last session, we have discussed about what you mean by minimum spanning tree and how can you construct a minimum spanning tree from a given graph using Kruskal's algorithm. In this session, we will be discussing how can you make a minimum spanning tree from a given graph using Prim's algorithm. Just going through the basic, what do you mean by minimum spanning tree of a given graph? It is a connected acyclic subgraph. It contains all the vertices of the graph. So features are it is acyclic and it is connected. It is a subgraph with all vertices. So a spanning tree is a connected acyclic subgraph which contain all vertices. Minimum spanning tree is the one which will have for a given graph you may have n number of spanning tree. Out of all the spanning trees, the spanning tree which will have the minimum weight is called a minimum spanning tree. In this problem, you want to calculate a minimum spanning tree. So the minimum weighted graph, minimum weighted spanning tree you have to calculate. So it is a minimization problem. So you can go for greedy approach. So even Prim's algorithm will also use the greedy approach. We will see how it will work. So this is the graph you are having. The graph is having 4 vertices and 1, 2, 3, 4 edges. So this is the graph I have given as the input. I should find out the minimum spanning tree. These are few possible minimum spanning trees. A, B, C, D. All the vertices I have included. These are 3 minimum spanning trees. Sorry, 3 spanning trees which can construct from this given graph. So spanning tree should have all the vertices. So all the 4 vertices are included and it should have n minus 1 edges. So 3 edges it should have. It should not make a cycle. The properties of the spanning tree are it should have all vertices. Okay, that condition, all the 3 spanning trees are satisfying. Second condition is it should be connected. It is connected. All the 3 things are connected. Next is it should not make a cycle. Okay, first one is not having cycle. Second one is not having cycle. Third one is not having cycle. It is a subgraph of the original graph. So these 3 will be giving the spanning tree criteria, satisfying the spanning tree criteria. In that, the one which you have the minimum cost is the first one. So this is the minimum spanning tree. The first one is the minimum spanning tree. Out of these 3 spanning trees, the first one is the minimum spanning tree. Now we'll see the basics of a Prim's algorithm. Prim's algorithm takes a weighted, undirected, connected graph as the input and it returns a minimum spanning tree as the output. So it is a tree. Tree is what? How it is differ from the graph? It should not have a cycle. So the minimum spanning tree is a tree. It works in a greedy manner. How it is working? The first step, you select any vertex from the given graph. Because at the end, in the minimum spanning tree, you need all the vertices. So definitely you can start from any vertex. So I am starting with the specific vertex. Then after that, what will happen? Thereafter, each new step add the nearest vertex to the tree constructed so far. So first you select an arbitrary vertex that will be the first node of the tree. Then you see all the edges of that arbitrary vertex. In that, which one will give the minimum weight, that one will be added to the tree along with the other vertex. And this process will continue until there is no vertex is left over in the original tree. So in each step, you will be checking with respect to the arbitrary vertex, what all are the edges are connected, and in that which one is giving the minimum weight, that edge along with that the new vertex is added to the tree. We will see how this algorithm will work. So this is a very simple example. I have 4 vertices A, B, C, D and 4 edges. So in the first case, I have taken A as the starting vertex. I can start C, B, anything. So I was just started with A. I am seeing what all are the edges A has. A has two edges, A to B and A to D. In that, which is the minimum one? A to D is the minimum one with weight 1. So that will be acted as the part of the spanning tree first. So that I have marked as in a red color, you can see. So A, B is now the part of the spanning tree. Initially only A was not disabled. Remaining three are disabled. It means that these three vertices are not the part of the spanning tree. Now this edge, by using the AD edge, I have connected D also. So A and D are the part of the spanning tree. Now I will be seeing what all are the edges from A and D. A, I have this edge that is 2. And from D, I have two more edges, that is this edge and this edge. That is DB and CD. I am checking out of all these vertices, all these edges, that means AB, BD and CD, which is the smallest edge. I can either add this AB or I can add DB. Both are having two weight, 2 as the weight. And just adding this one DB. So that edge I have added. Now even B became an active vertex. It became the part of the spanning tree. Now my spanning tree is A, D, B. So there is no need for checking the connection between A and B because A is also a part of the spanning tree, B is also a part of the spanning tree. I should check whether any vertex is available from B to any other vertex which is not visited in the spanning tree or not be the part of the spanning tree. B has only connection with A, which is already the part of the spanning tree, and D, which is already the part of the spanning tree. So there is no other edge. Now I have only one edge which is active, that is 3, that is CD with weight 3, and C is not the part of the spanning tree. So I should add CD. So I am adding CD as the part of the spanning tree. I have added CD as a new edge. Now all the vertices are active. All the vertices became the part of the spanning tree, and the spanning tree is A, B, D and C. A, B, D and C are the vertices, and it was connected through AD, DB and DC. That is the minimum spanning tree. We will see more formal examples which will give you the clear idea and how can you do it, that you will get to know from the next example. Okay. So this is the normal procedure you should follow for doing this problem. This is the graph you are having, and K is representing whether this node you are having A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H are the nodes present in the graph. Total 8 vertices are present. K is representing that whether that is the part of the spanning tree or not. If it is the part of the spanning tree, I will fill that field with a true. In the beginning, none of the nodes are the part of the spanning tree, so all are filled with a false. F. F is representing false. dv is representing the distance. So in the beginning, all the vertices are infinite distance away. That is the assumption. And PV is representing the parent vertex. That we'll get to know through the example. What? So I can start from any vertex. I am just starting with the D. I am starting with the D. So D is a vertex. Start with any node. I can just starting with any node. I am just saying it. I am starting with a D. So I have changed it to T. It means that D is already the part of the spanning tree. And how much it will be away from the spanning tree? And D is my source vertex. I can just tell D is my source vertex. From the source, how much it is away? So it is 0 distance away. and D is not having any parent because I am starting from D. What is the next step? I should see what all are the edges which will be connecting D to the other vertices in the graph. I have vertex like CD, DG and DE and DF. So these are the vertices I have. So DC, C is the one I am connecting from where D. So D will act as the parent. So DC, D will be the parent. It is connecting to C with a distance 3. Next, D is connecting to E with a distance 25. Next, D is connecting to F with a distance 80. D is connecting to G with a distance 2. In this case, these are the only 4 connections D has to the remaining vertices in the graph. Out of these 4, which is the smallest I should calculate? Which is the smallest one? This one is the smallest one. That means D has a connection to G with weight 2. That is the smallest one that I should add to the resultant one. So I am adding the DG to the resultant one and I have marked it as true. So now D and G are the part of the spanning tree. Now from G I should see what all are the edges present. G to H I have edge. G to H I have edge with weight 3 and G to E I have edge with weight 7. So I should add those weights. So these are the 2 connections G has. So in this case, who will be the parent? G will be the parent and G to E I have a connection with weight 7 and G to H I have a connection with weight 3. Now I should see out of all these things which is having the minimum weight and which is not the part of the spanning tree. This field if T means it is already the part of the spanning tree. Which is the minimum weight? 0 is the minimum but is already the part of the spanning tree. And 2 is the minimum that is already the part of the spanning tree. Other one is next minimum is 3. Here also you are having 1, 3. Here also you are having any one you can select and you can add that. So in the next case, I am adding this C because that has the minimum weight 3 and I am adding that 3 to the resulting one. Now this is the minimum one. So I have included C also to the minimum spanning tree. So C is added to the minimum spanning tree. Next step is I should find out what all are the edges which will be starting from C. Which all are the edges will be starting from C? CB one edge is there and next is CF I have one edge. CB what is the weight of the edge? That is 4. CF what is the weight of the edge? That is 3. So these are the edges I have and in that which is the minimum I should calculate. Which one will be the minimum? So 0 it's already there, 2 is already there, then the minimum is this 3 and this 3. So I can select any of this, either C to F edge I can add or I can add B to H. So I can take anything, it won't make any difference. So I am adding CF. C is the parent, CF is the edge I am adding. Now from F I should see and I have added that edge and I marked it as true. Now even F is also became a part of the spanning tree. Now from F, I should find out what is the minimum distance. What all are the edges it is connected. So what all are the edges F is connected? F is connected with F to A with weight 10 and F to E. F to E with weight 2. So these are the connections. Even F to C one connectivity is there, but even both F and C are the part of the spanning tree already. And even F to D connectivity is there, but both F and D are the part of the spanning tree. So I need not worry about it. I have only connections with F to A, F to B, F to E. These are the connections F has. F to B, if you are looking, the connection is telling that it is 7 way distance away. What is the minimum distance? Already find out to B. B is 4 distance away from C. That path is already existing. So there is no need for updation. This is S7. Instead of that, if this is 1, you should update it. If this is 1, you should update it. But in this case, your value is 7 and the value already existing in table is 4. So there is no need for updation. But there is a path between F to E. So F to E, the path is existing with weight 2, and F to A, there is a path with weight 10. Now again I should see which is the minimum distance. 0, it's already part of the tree. 2, it's already part of the, this 2 will be the next minimum. So I can add the edge F to E, which is the edge F to E. This edge I can add to the resultant one. So I am adding F to G, that is the minimum one. Now from E, I should check, is it any edge is present? E to B one edge is present. Remaining all connections from E is already the part of the spanning tree. But E to B weight is 10, but the value existing in the B's column is 4. So no need of any updation. Stable entries are unchanged in this state. Next is, again I should find out what is the minimum distance in this case. Which is the minimum distance? You can see 1, 3 is existing here. Remaining all are the part of the spanning tree. So 3 is existing over here. So which edge is that? GH is the edge. So you can add GH to the resultant one. So GH has added with the weight 3. So this is the minimum edge I have find out in the table. So that was added. Now from H I should see which all are the edges present in the graph. H will have only 3 edges. The first one is H to B. That distance is 9. The already existing value is 4. No need to update. H to A, the distance is 4. The value existing is 10. So I should update. And the other one, H to G, that is both H and G are the part of the spanning tree already. So no need of considering that edge. So you will be getting updating the weight over here, the A value that is updated with 4 and parent became H. Now out of all these things, which is the thing, both 4 value is existing, you can select any one. I'm selecting first HA that was added to the resultant one. Next is only one more edge is pending, that is one more vertex is pending, that is B. You can add the remaining one, that is C to B. C to B is the edge you should add with weight 4, that I am adding. Before that I should check whether from A any other edge is there. A to B one edge is there, but it has the weight 8, but the existing value is 4, so no need of updation. Next, last one, the one I should find out, that is this 4 only, that I can add, that is CB I have added. Now all vertices are the part of the spanning tree, and this is the spanning tree we have created. And add these weights, that will be having the value 21, because in each column we have updated, each row you have updated with a minimum weight. So the summation will give the minimum cost of the minimum spanning tree, that you will get as a 21. I think now you got a clear idea about how can you work on a graph for getting the minimum spanning tree using Prim's algorithm. We will see one more example that will definitely clear your doubts. So this is the example taken from the textbook. So these six nodes are present, and these are the grams. So in the beginning, none of the nodes you have selected, all the vertices are not the part of the spanning tree. So all I have kept as in false. Then first arbitrarily you select a vertex. So I am just selecting the vertex A, and selecting the vertex A. From A I have connections like A to B, A to F, and A to E. I am just selecting A as the vertex. I am just selecting A as the vertex. So the edges are A to B, A to F, A to E. So A to B, A to E, A to F, and the weights has also updated. In that, which is the minimum one, you should find out which is the minimum one. This is the minimum one, 3. So that edge I have added. A to B, the edge has added with weight 3. A to H, the edge has added with weight 3. Now from B, I should see what all are the edges present. Now from B, the edges present are B to F, the edge is present. B to F, the weight was already present in the table was 5. That has updated with value 4. B to F value has updated to 4, and B will have another connection to C, that is B to C connection with 1. So this is 1. Now you see which is the minimum one. Which is the minimum one? These two are already the part of the spanning tree. The minimum one is B to C. B to C with weight 1 is the minimum one. So you add that corresponding edge. So you will be adding that corresponding edge, and this is the one you will be getting. Now from C you should find out what all are the edges present. From C, what all are the edges present? C to F, you have connection. Even C to D, you have connection. C to B, you have connection, but both B and C are the part of the spanning tree. So the connections to C is C to D, you have a connection with the 6. C to F, you have a C to F, you have a connection 4, but already F is having a connection from B with weight 4. If it is a smaller value, C to F with a weight 3, then you have to update. If it is the same value, no need to update. So which edge you should add? You will have this as 6, 6, 4, which is the minimum one. B to F is the minimum one that you with weight 4 that you can update. So B to F has added. So this will be the. Now from F you should see what all are the edges present. F to A will be there, F to E will be there, F to D will be there, and F to B will be there, C will be there, but these two are already the part of the spanning tree, no need to check. So you tell me, F to A, you will have a weight of F to A is already the part of the spanning tree. F to A, F and A are both the part of the spanning tree, so no need to check. Remaining is F to E and F to D. Only two things. What is the value from E? With respect to E, what is the value already existing? 6. So that should update by 2. Next is F to D. F to D, in the D column also you had value 6. That should also update. That should also update. So F to D has updated to 5 and F to E has updated to 2. Now, which one I should select? The one which will have the smallest weight. Which is having the smallest weight? Which is having the smallest weight? The smallest weight is having on FE. So that you will be adding. FE is the edge you have to add. So FE has added. Now from E, I should check what all are the edges present. E to A is there, but E and A are the part of the spanning tree. No need for cross checking because both are the part of the spanning tree. Now next is E to D. E to D you are having the weight 8. What is with respect to D will be the value present in the column is 5. So no need of any updation. Okay. So again I should find out which is the minimum one. Which is the minimum one? That is E to F. E to F is the minimum one in this case that we have already added to the spanning tree. Now in this case, which is the minimum one, you should find out which is the minimum one. Only one is present, which is not the part of the spanning tree. That is D to F with weight 5, so that you can add to the final tree. So that was added to the spinal tree, and this will be your final minimum spanning tree. So what we have done is, and now you add the distances of the minimum cost of the spanning tree, that you just add this column that will give 15 as the value. So what you have done, first you select any vertex arbitrarily, check all the edges which are outgoing from that corresponding vertex, which are connected to that vertex, find out which is the minimum one, and add that vertex also to the part of the minimum tree. Now with respect to both this vertex, you see what all are the edges going to the remaining part of the graph. In that, which is the minimum one that you have to add. Next, so that was 3. So ABC had added. Now with respect to ABC, what all are the edges which will be connecting to remaining part of the graph will be checking. In that, which is the minimum one, that one will be adding. That is B to F. Now these four became the part of the spanning tree, and it is checking with the remaining part of the graph, that is E and D, through which edge it will be connecting to the remaining part of the graph with minimum weight, that is F. With respect to A, I am checking, B, C, D, all I am checking how it is connecting to the remaining part of the graph. In that I find out F is connecting to E with the minimum weight 2. So I added E. Now this all 5 became the part of the spanning tree, and D became outside the spanning tree. I am checking with respect to all these 5 vertices how it is connected to D with minimum cost. That is from F I find out the minimum cost was 5. So I have added FD. Okay, this is the Prim's algorithm will do. Now the algorithm's formal thing, this is what you have to write in the paper. Mainly the Prim's or Kruskal, both you have to study. Any one question definitely you will get. Algorithm, analysis and problem. 3 things you should study: algorithm, analysis, algorithm and analysis together 5 mark, and problem will have 5 mark. So input is always a weighted graph. Graph mathematically you can represent like a ordered pair VE. V is a vertex set and E is an edge set. The output will be ET. ET is representing the edges which are present in the minimum spanning tree. In the beginning, you just start with any vertex V0. I'm just starting with V0. V0 is you may be any vertex. Edge set will be 0, and I is equal to 1 to V minus 1. That means that many number of edges, because you know that the spanning tree will have n minus 1 edges present, where n is the number of vertices present in the graph. Find the minimum weight edge E star. One edge is there that will be called as E star, that has 2 nodes, V star and U star. This V star and no, because any edge you will be representing like AB, where A is your V star and B is your U star. Among all the edges, UV is what? All the edges. In that it may be AB will be there, BC will be there, BD will be there, EF will be there. So all the edges is represented by an ordered pair VU. In that you select a specific edge that we have denoted like AB, that we have denoted as V star U star. What is the speciality of this? Such that V is in VT and U is in V minus VT. So what is meant by V is in VT? V is the part of the spanning tree and U is the part of, is not the part of the spanning tree. V minus Vt is representing V difference Vt, the vertex which are not present in the spanning tree, that is V minus Vt. So in the beginning, I have arbitrarily selecting A. In that case, my V star is A. And what is there in U? Remaining all vertices are present in V minus Vt. Vt is having only one vertex A and remaining all vertices will be there in the V minus Vt. So any edge which will be connecting A with any of these vertices, that you should select. And what is a special, that means now in this case three possibilities are there: AB, AF and AE. In that, the minimum weight edge you select, that is your E star. That is the minimum weight edge is AB, that is your E star. So find a minimum weight edge E star, and then you, once you find out the other vertex, I solved, this is V star and this is the U star. So U star you should add to the vertex set of the minimum spanning tree, and the edge you have find out with minimum weight, that is E star, you should add to edge set. That is the edge set of the final spanning tree. So the vertex you have find out U star is added to Vt, and the edge you have find out is added to the edge set. And this will be repeating n minus 1 time or modulus of V minus 1 time, and it is returning the Et. And regarding the complexity analysis, the way you have stored the data, based on that even complexity is also varying. If the graph you have to represent through two different ways, adjacency list or adjacency matrix you can represent. If the graph is represented to adjacency matrix, and also you should select the edge which will have the minimum weight. So you can use a priority queue for selecting the minimum weight. If the priority queue is implemented using array and the graph is represented through weighted matrix, the running time of the algorithm will be order of n square or modulus of v square. That means how many nodes will be there, its power of 2 or its square will be the complexity, because you have implemented it in a, how many times this will be repeating, v minus 1 time the operation is repeating, and every time you are deleting one vertex from the priority queue which will have the minimum weight. So insertion and deletion operation will take n, order n, and this will be repeating n number of times. So total n into n, that is n square, or more, instead of n, n is representing number of vertices present in the graph. So this process will be repeating n times, and each time you are deleting the weight, minimum weighted edge. So that will also take order n, and this outer loop will also take order n. So the process completely will take order n square, or order modulus of v square, where n is the number of vertices present in the graph. That is the first way. Second one, even you can represent the graph through adjacency list. And the priority queue you can implement using minimum heap. Minimum heap, what it is, we will study. So minimum heap means the root node will have the minimum weight. So every time it is deleting the minimum weighted root from the binary tree. So if the priority queue is implementing using minimum min heap and the graph is representing through adjacency list, that time the heap will be taking the uh, taking the time for insertion and deletion in order of log n, where n is the number of vertices in the graph, order of log n, and the edges are representing in adjacency list. So total E edges, it should maximum E edges it will have. So modulus of E, and the operation is performing in log n time. So or log modulus of V time. So because here the edges will be storing, that is why adjacency list. So modulus of E, and the operation will take log n time or log of modulus of V time. So that will be E log modulus of V. So two cases will be there. If the graph is representing through adjacency list and the priority queue is representing through minimum heap, the complexity is E log V. If the graph is representing through adjacency matrix and the queue is representing through array, in that case, the order of B square. Okay. This is all about Prim's algorithm. So Prim's algorithm, what we have studied, you select any arbitrary vertex and you find out which is the minimum weight. So that will be the only the part of the minimum spanning tree. Remaining all are the not the part of the minimum spanning tree. Find out the minimum weight from this and that edge you add. Now A and B are the part of the minimum spanning tree. With respect to A and B, which is the minimum edge which will be connecting to the remaining part of the graph you are checking, that edge you are adding. So ABC became the part of the spanning tree. Now with respect to ABC, you should check which is the edge which is connecting to the remaining part of the spanning tree with the minimum weight. That one will be added. This is all about Prim's algorithm. So you should study what is Prim's algorithm, this algorithm, and analysis two different cases and the problem, how can you solve. We will practice one more solve problem by in the assignment section. Thank you.